All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Stevens here with Vickie Stevens, and we're going to go through the two different scripts, the BizOps Seeker leads and the MLMer leads, which come from MLM Rod or Recruit on MLM Recruit on Demand. Those leads are free, and so I want to say we have the scripting here, which is designed for a person that answers the phone. They're not real chatty, but they're going along with you. And I'm going to be setting the stage. We'll do most of the, call it the heavy lifting, as far as what happens if they say this, what happens if they say that, on the BizOps Seeker leads, and so that you can hear kind of how to handle it. And Vickie, say hello to the callers or to the listeners.
Hi, listeners.
There you go. And this is an actual phone call. I've called her phone with my Google Voice, just so you know. And so the first call, just so you can hear what happens. At some point, Vickie, not not just as soon as I say, I believe I've got the right number, did I reach Vickie Stevens? Don't kill the call there. But just somewhere in there, you're going to be the person who this just isn't for you. All right?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to say ring, ring, and you say hello. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, I'm glad you answered. I believe I've got the right number. Did I reach Vickie Stevens?
You did. Yes.
Okay, excellent. Well, my name is Jim Stevens, and your name came from a company that specializes in helping people find ways to work from home. And it looks like you were looking to earn like $1,500 a month. So, have you been looking for a job you could do from home or a business?
Probably either.
Either one?
Yes.
All right. All right. So, Vickie, we work with a program called Why Own Your Life. And people have told us by the time you take out the time you have to work, eat, sleep, do all the stuff you're obligated to do every day, they don't even have an hour that they can call their own to do what they want. Well, what if you owned all the hours and still made all your money? That's what we mean by owning your life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So, Vickie, have you ever considered what it would be like if you could own your life?
Oh, sure.
All right. So, well, we found something that lets us do that without spending a lot of time or even having to sell anything. And we, we're doing it with referral marketing. And what we'd like is for you to consider using the company that we use to make the goal of owning your life a reality. Does that sound like something you could be looking for?
So it's not selling.
Right?
So maybe.
Okay. Well, we got a maybe going on here, then there's just one more question. Is that okay?
Yes. That's
All
okay.
right. And I don't want you to answer me. I just want you to answer in your own head. How much money per month would it take for you to own your life? Don't tell me. Just have that number in mind when you watch the video. Got that number in your mind?
I do.
Okay. So we have a video that explains exactly how to own your life, and it exactly maps out what it would take to make whatever that number is you have in mind. Would you like the link to that video?
So it's not selling,
Right?
but and it's not a job.
Right. And the video
So
explains all of that.
huh, I'm not sure this would be for me.
Okay. So I get that. Here's where we're at because we've covered this much ground, really. Is this a number that I could text you a link to that video?
Yes, you could.
Okay, I'll do that. Now, the video is about 20 minutes long, and after you've seen it, and a lot of people watch it more than once, here's what I would suggest. There's two very short videos you can see after that one right on the same page. Watch them too. And then, if this looks like something that you'd want to follow up on, get back to me. That's all. From there, we would simply figure out the best way to make it work. Fair enough?
Uh, probably not.
Okay. Then, do you want me to text it to you or just forget the whole thing for now?
Probably just forget the whole thing.
Okay, we
But
can do that. I wish you the best. Have a great day, Vickie. Glad we got to visit. Bye now.
thank you. Bye.
Okay, now, I was kind of expecting to get shut down way earlier, like we work with a program called Why Own Your Life or whatever, but just tell the people
Honest,
listening to
it's
this,
kind of hard to shut it down.
right? And that's sort of the
Right?
idea.
Yeah, exactly. I was I was wanting to let you text it to me.
All right.
So I still don't have to commit to anything.
Right, exactly. And that's the whole point for those listening. This script is meant to be very low impact on whoever it is that you're talking to. And as Vickie was experiencing, it's actually hard to shut it down because we're not saying anything that really is going to set off any alarms or anything like that, right?
Right? Yeah.
All right. So now what I'm going to do, and this time you don't have to shut this down, just answer as you feel like motivated, moved, compelled, whatever. And this is going to be the MLMer leads. And the reason we like this one is only because we have pretty much a limitless source of people who have been in network marketing. You get the name of the company they were in, you get to see their name. Now, does that mean that the phone number is still theirs? No. Does it mean that they're going to admit to have been in Herbalife or whatever? No. But they're a source of people to contact that are not related to you, and they're not your friends or your family or work people in case you're trying to like avoid them for now. This is a source of names that costs you nothing. How many of those would you like? Right? Now, but in this case, Vickie, go ahead and answer. That the information is correct, and just kind of go with it, and we'll see where it goes. Okay?
Okay.
I'll say ring ring, and you say now. And I do want to point out for those the main part that's going to be different from the BizOps Seeker is just in the introduction where we're connecting with them, because we can't say to the BizOps Seeker, the leads, who are, hey, I see you were in a company called Herbalife, if they if we don't see that they were. And at the same time, we're not going to say to this person, we got your name from a company specializing in people who want to work from home, and it looks like you wanted to earn $1,000 a month, because we don't see that. Make sense?
Okay.
Okay, so the introduction is the only. Once we get into the, you'll see. Once we get into the heart of the thing, it's identical from there. All right, here we go. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello. I'm glad you answered. These days, some people don't. My name is Jim Stevens, and to be perfectly honest, I don't know that I have the right number here. Can I tell you who I'm looking for?
Sure.
Okay, well, so the person I'm trying to reach was in Herbalife, it says, and their name was Vickie Stevens. Looks like, would that be you?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
cool. Then in that case, I've just got a couple of questions, if that's okay.
Okay.
So when you joined Herbalife there, were you just looking for products or to make some money too?
Well, I was wanting products for sure, but hoping to make some money.
Okay. Um, well, so Vicki, we work with a program called Why Own Your Life. And the people that we work with have told us, by the time you take out the time you have to work and eat and sleep and do all the stuff you're obligated to do every day, they don't even have an hour that they can call their own to do what they want. Well, what if you owned all of the hours in a day and still made your money? That's what we mean by owning your life. Does that make sense?
It does. That would be amazing.
Okay. So, have you ever considered what it would be like if you could own your life?
Well, sure. I've thought about it.
Right? Who wouldn't? Who hasn't thought about that, right?
Right.
Well, so we have found something that lets us do that without spending a lot of time or having to sell anything. And we do it with a referral marketing company that we'd like you to consider using to make the goal of owning your life a reality. Similar to Herbalife, but not the same because they are very different approaches. Does that sound like something you might be looking for?
Maybe. Sure.
Okay. So then there's one more question. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. And I don't want you to answer me. Just have in your mind how much money per month would it take to own your life? And don't tell me, but just have that number in mind when you watch the video. Have you got that number?
I do.
All right. So we do have a video that explains exactly how to own your life and exactly maps out what it would take to make whatever number you have in mind. Would you like the link to that video?
Yes. I I would.
Okay. So now, is this the number where I could text it to you, or would you rather I email it?
You can text it.
Okay. So here it comes. Bang. Now the video is about 20 minutes long, and after you've seen it, maybe more than once, here's what I would suggest. There's two very short videos that you can also see after that one right on the same page. Watch them too. Then, if this looks like something you want to follow up on, just get back to me. From there, we'd simply figure out the best way for you to work with us. And that's it. Fair enough?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, you've got the video. I'm going to let you get to it. And again, if it looks like something you're like, wow, this makes sense, holler back, and you'll pretty much know everything there you need to know for starters just from that first video. And then let's talk again, okay?
Cool. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye for now.
Bye.
Okay, now we're going to do two more little scenarios here, and then let you guys listening to this have at it on your own. Here's the scenario where somebody says, I do own my life. Okay, and what we're going to do is, because the introduction doesn't change, the network marketer, you've seen why we do say what we say, because we're looking at a list on the screen from MLM Recruit on Demand that says Vickie Stevens, her phone number, her email, the company she's in this case we're using Herbalife, and you just contact her and you say that, because you can see that. The other one, it's depending on the lead information that you've got, their name, email, phone number, and then something like they want to earn $750 or $1,000 a month and quickly or whatever. So other than that, then you're into the main body of the script, which is, and people have told us by the time you take out the working time, eating time, etc., and you'll find your own words. It's not that you got to be like verbatim here. It's a conversation. Let it flow. But What I want to do is pick it up where I'm saying that's what we mean by owning your life makes sense. And then I'm going to ask the question, have you ever considered? And Vicky's going to say, I do own my life. Okay, ready? So, Vicky, what if you owned all the hours and still made all your money? That's what we mean by owning your life. Make sense?
Yes,
Okay, so have you ever considered what it would be like if you could own your life?
I do own my life.
Oh, interesting. So, describe to me a little bit how that is, or what it means to you that you're owning your life now.
Well, my time's pretty flexible. I
Hmm.
do pretty much what I want.
Hmm.
Or on retirement income, so it's not bad.
Okay. And now, are you married too? I didn't
Yeah,
know. I couldn't tell that you are.
yes.
And does your husband work away from home in a job, or is he home too, doing whatever he wants?
He's retired too.
Aha. Okay. So in that case, here's what I would ask. Now I'm going to pause here for a moment because one of a couple of scenarios is going to come up now from somebody saying I do own my life. One is her, and where they're in this case maybe both retired. So what we're going to do is we would move into. So tell me, financially speaking, um, because you were in network marketing and you were and we've gone through, were you looking to make money or just the products? Well, I was looking to make money. Why? In other words, you're going to have a conversation. The other scenario is the spouse is working and it turns out they're the ones that are sacrificing 8 to 10 hours a day or however many hours they get to work away from home. So we could look at retiring them out, getting them to own their life too. Make sense? So
Right.
Vicky can chime in here with any thoughts.
Um, not not sure what you wanted here.
Oh, it doesn't
We're
matter. Just
we're well. Let's go with we're both retired at the moment, but
mhm.
I was wanting some extra money.
Okay. And then the third possible scenario is this is where the call is going to be over because they're making enough money that they're financially independent. They don't have enough money to really be gallivanting all over and doing the stuff, but they also don't care. It's like, hey, we're happy sitting on the couch and watching reruns of I Love Lucy and eating popcorn all day, whatever, right? Or gardening. I mean, I'm being a little facetious there, but you know, you're here to find the eights, the nines, and the tens. The eights, we're calling them acceptable if they can, now that they've heard what's here, bump themselves up or let the video bump them up. If they're willing to take the link to the video, but they're not all on fire, well, they could be an eight, but the video may move them. All right, last scenario here that we're going to go through is we've gotten to the end of the call and said, hey, watch the video. It's 20 minutes. Watch both the other two videos too. I've texted it to Vicky, but she's been pretty open and easy to talk to. And I'm telling her from there we would, you get back to me, figure out how we're going to work together. We've gotten all there easy. It's been a nice conversation. And then I say, because it's been an easy conversation, hey, Vicky, can I ask you one last question?
Sure.
And this is not on the script, by the way. You're only getting it here on this recording. So, Vicky, great. When do you think you would be watching the video?
Probably after dinner.
Which is going to be like how long from now?
A couple of hours.
Okay. So it's let's see, we're both in the Pacific time zone, so it's 6:43, almost 7. Okay, so yeah, that'd be a little late. I was going to say, if you wanted, just as a courtesy, I could follow up just with the idea that because the video is going to raise some questions, and answer those questions for you then, or I could check in with you tomorrow. What would be good? I mean, would you like me to do that?
Probably tomorrow would be fine.
All right. About what time?
Um, after 10.
After 10. I can do that. All right. And like I say, the only purpose of the call, because I guarantee there's going to be some questions. Um, you'll see why after you watch the video, but it would just be to answer those questions, do whatever I can to get you the information you need to further your investigation here. That's all it's about. So I'll call you then tomorrow, a little after 10 o'clock our time and your time, and we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds fine.
All right. Thank you. All right.
Okay,
See you tomorrow.
bye bye.
Bye bye. And that's it, my friends. 21 minutes of Now You're Brilliant making these calls. And I want to thank you, Vickie, for helping here, being the good prospect.
Sure.
Now, one last thing, my friends. If you find yourself, no, you won't hear this training anywhere else, this piece of advice. If for some reason you suddenly find yourself drawing complete blank what to say, you've just and you don't want to sound stupid or incompetent. I mean, that's what this training is for, to get to the real. Here's what you do. Start to say something and hang up while you are still speaking. Don't hang up in the middle of a gap, a silence, because then they're going to know you hung up on them. But nobody hangs up on themselves while they're talking. You can do that. They will believe somehow the call got dropped. It happens to everybody. Gather your thoughts and call them back and say, I don't know what happened. It looks like the call dropped. But now you've got yourself all collected. Golden tip there, my friend. Hang up on yourself while you're talking. Gather yourself, call them back. Life is good. All right, that's it. Y'all have a great time with your calls. Bye for now from Jim and Vickie.
Bye.